Black Connect, guys. It's Saturday, yeah. So we're recording on Saturday.
Yeah. And anyway, our latest episode, I'm just getting right into it actually.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I know I didn't even ask you though, like how's your week been though? I feel like I need to ask you that, you know.
Yeah, so this week was better than last week. Last week was just really rough. But I'm getting through it, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to also like admit when weeks like when you have a bad or it's going, it's hard and stuff.
Yeah.
No one's perfect. Everyone has their down times.
Exactly.
But this week was better.
Yeah.
You know, so it's lightening up. I'm feeling bright and yeah. Keep an eye on our Instagram, Black Connect Podcast, because we're posting quotes.
Yeah,
That'll just keep you uplifted.
Yeah.
As well, and maybe Bible verses as well.
Yeah.
So just to remind you, like how amazing you are. So yeah, I'm feeling good this week.
I feel like we need to give our audience a name.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think it's time.
I think it's time. I mean, even if it's there, I don't even know how many listeners we have, but I appreciate everyone listening in, you know.
Yeah.
Because we know we haven't been consistent, so it's not easy to follow people who drop in and out.
Yeah.
But, because trust me, I have my favorites on YouTube that I'm like, where have you been?
Yeah.
So I understand that, but like, yeah, let's give them a name. I think.
Should we give it to them or should we let them?
No, we give it to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are you
call them
thinking?
Connectors.
Connectors.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, I think that makes total sense. You know?
Connectors.
So if you are part of the Black Connect podcast squad, you are now called Connectors.
You're connected.
And you're tuning in every week, so you're connected. Sometimes sometimes you need to disconnect to reconnect.
Yeah.
That actually should be our fucking slogan.
It
Not
should
even
be,
like
put it underneath there, yeah.
Hey, I said slogan. I meant slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think like that'd be good.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, last week, if you have watched last week's episode, that is, we kind of touched bases on like supporting Black businesses and everything. And as we were talking, we kind of went off in a tangent about how if you are in the Irish Black community, it's tough out here.
Yeah, so in terms of the creative industry,
We would say as well. Just all industries.
Yeah, all industries.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about our creative space.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I don't see a lot of us supporting each other.
It's hard to see unless it's people within a circle and then they're just supporting each other and they're sharing each other's stuff. It doesn't go beyond that. It doesn't go outside of that. You know, like you won't casually see someone who randomly does something else supporting someone random that they're just like, oh, you know, I actually like what they're doing. I like what they cooking. I like the way how their food looks.
Yeah.
Maybe you actually post it.
Yeah.
I like their stuff.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I like their cake, so let me actually just repost it, like just because I like it. I don't see that. It's only this person knows this person, this person knows this person.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't that, it's more of like, oh, I have like mutuals with this person, so let me like just share it to show people that I'm part of that circle in a way. It's like not genuine, like, oh, let's all actually just love and support each other and spread how creative and amazing this person is doing, you know?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just looking at the notes and I put that. Look at this what I said. Oh god,
Is it the second last one then?
The second last one I
Just
said.
gas.
I was so dramatic. Anyway, I think I was just going off on a tangent there. I was like,
do you want to talk about?
Yeah. You know what? Let's put it in there. Like, I actually don't like. Okay, it's funny because the other day I was watching Madam Joyce's podcast with the one where she had Danny Hope in it.
Yeah.
I know this one came out like a few weeks back, or maybe even months now.
Yeah.
But I was watching it, and the one thing that like struck me was when he said that like the scene out there is very different from the scene over here, which I mean out there as in London and here as in Ireland. He said that like he feels like there's a more of like a community here than there is over there. Like people are just trying to make it big, and I'm like, I don't know if I can agree with that. I feel like because he was more of friends with a lot of people here than I know. In fact, he actually knows a lot of people over there. But like, I feel like because he was up there in this scene, that's why he
doesn't have the actual visual.
Exactly. I feel like he's biased by that. Yeah. Whereas like if you are up and coming and you didn't, let's say like, because you know there's a lot of Black people within the age group as well. I started off in like a certain church. Yeah. They all got to know each other in that church. Yeah. And they all went to some kind of, what was it? Some kind of ball, I think it was back in the day. So they all like grew up in that time. Yeah. Whereas if you didn't grow up in that church or grow up in camps or whatever, you wouldn't have been included. Yeah. And that stays from there till now. Like they all knew each other from that time. Yeah. Or like let's say specifically there's other churches as well that people go to that they only know each other from there. Like I don't know what it is, but like everybody meets up in the church or something. Yeah. But what I've noticed is that like like I said, if you don't grow up in that time or you didn't grow up being around those people, you kind of are like
an outsider.
You're an outsider now.
Getting in.
Yeah. And like no matter, I don't even know how we're even gonna try. Like we can put out episodes every week and we can get viewers, but I would say a lot of our viewers are not even from here. Like if you check the statistics,
it's
like
America.
Which is shout out to our American viewers.
We'll see you soon.
Exactly.
We'll see you soon.
Like I don't see the supporters from here. Like I would see a lot of like new up and coming Irish like podcasters or people just content creators and all that stuff, and I would follow and we would like
I love it,
and you just don't get that same love back because it's like I don't know who they are. I'm not following. I'm like, but are we not all trying to support each other?
We're all trying to do the same thing.
Exactly, we're all just trying to make it big around here. But and another thing I was trying to say was like, I feel like we don't have a strong, even if it's not in the creative space, we don't have a strong community here that let's say like America would have, or even what London is starting to have as well. Like we don't have that here, and I would say because a lot of us are probably first gen Africans, or we're first gen whatever. So I feel like a lot of us is just, we're not even trying to create like generational wealth or generational stuff here. We're all just trying to like make it
do our own
thing, and maybe most of us are gonna like F off out of the country and then go to like maybe England or go to America. Like no one is trying to create stability here. Like not but a lot of people are not grounded here because we're all just thinking of when we're gonna get out. So like let's say our kids, like what are we leaving behind for them? I don't know if I'm picking at straws here, but I think
I feel
that's what
like,
I think,
there's that Bible verse about the cornerstone. Cornerstone. I can't pronounce the word. Anyway, it's like the stone the builders rejected, and that's like the stone that it keeps everything together. And it's like the community, we're all doing our own thing, but we all have our own qualities that will add to it, will add like value to this community, and we can actually build it up together. But because everyone is like, nah, I'm not even gonna support you, it's not even coming together. It's not even binding together, because everyone just wants only cares about their own success. And because of that, it's not actually even building a community. It's not coming all together. Another thing I will say is being like, I'll say for myself, because I'm Angolan, there's not a big, huge, pure Angolan community, like 100% Angolan. like first gen, like how you're saying, like
Yeah.
now. So it's hard as well because not many people will know each other in general. Sometimes even like we would go somewhere. I've been getting asked so many times lately, I've noticed. They're like, people are like, where are you from? Like, I've never seen you before.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been here.
I've been here.
Like, I'm born and raised here. But and it's like, it's crazy because, and just from that, it's good, like, people are interested. People are like, oh, like, where are you from? Like, but then it's also like, oh, but I also I'm not familiar with you, who you are, or where you're from either. And I see that you're doing your thing, but I don't know you. I feel like it's just kind of like that as well, in terms of having connections and stuff like that. So I would say that as well.
Yeah, like a lot of people as well, especially like there'll be actually it's funny because there's some people that I grew up with, and as soon as they started to like make it big, or are known more, then they start to blank you. That's one thing I was actually trying to decipher there, because I'm like, I don't understand. Like, they will fully blank you. I remember this one time I was walking in the center, and this girl, like, not even like, oh, I saw her a couple of times in my past, grew like, I know who you are and you know who I am. Like, I'm not gonna use any names here, obviously not, but so walking in the center and I see her and I'm like, the way when you're about to like,
you actually get excited and you're like,
just walks right past me. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like that. But when you needed help with your passport, with getting your friend into the club, and you robbed my passport, that's when you remember who I am. Sure. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you know what? Actually, I'll tell the story of that one. I don't even know if anyone's even gonna remember this one, but where I
remember that night.
Do you remember the night? Yeah. Okay, there you go. So I won't even mention it then. I'm just like, some people, for their own gain is when they will be nice to you.
Yeah, exactly. And when you see that I have the upper hand, I have the power
in the situation,
that's when you're like, oh, now I know you. Now, remember we were friends?
Yeah, I'm like, huh?
Well, you literally just blanked me 2 days ago in the shopping center.
In the shopping center. Shopping center of all places, just quick, oh, hey, how are you?
Yeah,
bye.
Yeah.
Like, I know we don't like talk like that anymore, but like, simple, hey, how's life? No. It's crazy to me. It's actually crazy to me how, and the thing is, it's not uncommon. It happens so much. I used to work with someone that is pretty out there now in the creative scene. And if I see him, walks right by me. I'm like, but when we're in work, banter.
Chopping it up. Yeah.
Banter.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, honestly, like, I don't let it get to me really, because I would say I understand it. Not I understand it, but like I see it coming. Do you get me? You see them for what they are. You kind of, and you noticed that earlier. I remember you even like saying it when that person was still there. Yeah.
In your work.
Yeah. Like it's inevitable in this country. I would say it's inevitable in this.
That's a shame.
I would say Dublin mostly.
Yeah.
Like, literally, as soon as someone is starting to, get on the rise or whatever, they don't know you.
No.
Someone that used to say hello to you all the time, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Are you a part of the people in the big scene? Nope. So I don't know you. And it's like, I don't understand how, and people always say like, oh, maybe they're just being shy. I'm like, that's not shyness. That's not shyness. And shyness would be like you stopping and like looking and
like kind of looking down. Or then
I'm like, okay, this person knows who I am. So they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
That's shyness. Not you full on. Sometimes you even get like, let's say you're walking and you get the, little side look and they keep on walking.
I feel
That's crazy. That's actually crazy to me. And it happens so much.
that kind of feels like a punch in the chest.
You know?
Because it's
like a little ding.
Yeah.
And then you were walking. Like, what the fuck? That
one baffles me.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say is, why do people do that and genuinely believe that they will, like, they'll keep going up and up and up? If you're already acting like this now, this could just only even be the beginning of, like, your blow in your career. Why are you acting like this is dead? This is the height of the heights. Like, as if you're Michael Jackson or something,
you know,
untouchable. Like, just remember, just be grounded.
Yeah.
Remember where you're from. Remember where you are.
Yeah.
These are the people you've grew up with. These people were part of your life.
Yeah.
You know, these people actually are the reason why you are who you are as well. You know, like, these people have an impact in your personality, your character traits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, just take it easy.
Or I used to be friends with this girl back in the day that, like, I helped like with her YouTube page.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, after a while, like, I wasn't getting any shout out, because I was also starting my YouTube. If anyone knows that, yeah, I used to have a YouTube channel. It was like 5 videos up there, and it was like 6 years ago. I tried.
You did. You did your thing.
I couldn't keep up with it because I was like, I don't even know what made me stop. I just couldn't keep up with it. But yeah, so it was 6 years ago when I started that channel, and there's a girl that I used to be friends with as well, back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was like helping her with, like, tips and tricks and, like, stuff that because I started it first, and things that I used to know, things that I learned along the way.
You were teaching her that.
Yeah, I was teaching her that. But unfortunately, like, it's grand, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not known anyway in the Black space. So, but she was. So immediately, like, this is not jealousy. I swear it's not jealousy. It's just, like, an observation of what I've noticed. So it could be a thing where, like, so I helped her all of that. No shout out. I remember I even asked her, like, oh, could you help me, like,
share my
stuff, because I was like, I already knew, like, she had more knew more people and everything, and I think she knew that she had more she knew that she knew more people. So, like, as soon as, like, I asked her, she was like, oh yeah, I'll do that for you, no worries, even though I had already done it. Like, I didn't even know how, she didn't even have to ask me. I was already like doing putting out her stuff. Again, I have to ask her. Yeah. Well, yeah. So she's like, yeah, no problem. I'll do that for you. Hours going by. I'm like, okay. She's not trying to do that. So anyway, I just, like I said, she was my friend. I was like, oh yeah, girl, whenever you get the chance, can you just put that up there? Yeah. You know, the video of her. She's like, oh, sorry, I forgot. Yeah. So she was like, I was like, cool. And maybe like half an hour went by, and then I saw that she put it up. Okay. I was like, okay, cool. But literally 2 minutes later, it was buried in other snaps straight after. Yeah, it's just meshed into. Yeah. So, like, if someone is not, like, trying to watch all your snaps, it's gonna be gone. That's like, no one's gonna see that, because you're literally, your whole snap is full of your own stuff. Yes. You put a quick one, like, oh, okay, and then you also have to ask the second time. It's like, really, like, how many people have asked you to do stuff within the last hour and a half? Yeah. So that is why I was like, But obviously I didn't say anything. I was just like, you know what, I could be wrong here. But I know, like, as I'm older, like, I know I wasn't wrong about that. I know I wasn't wrong. She knew exactly what she was doing when she did that, like, you know. Because usually the people that post my stuff, that would be the only thing you would see on their story. Yeah. Or, like, maybe something else afterwards. But usually, like, I would see across, like, maybe my Snapchat or my Instagram, I would just see my post. Yeah. But whereas when it came to hers, it was just buried there. So I was like, oh, okay, I see how it is, you know. And the thing is as well, like,
there's people like how you were saying you had your wisdom and then you passed it down and it just wasn't appreciated. There's so many people that have the skills, the knowledge, they have everything going for them. Like they have it all, but they're just not getting their flowers. They're not getting the recognition they deserve. They're not getting the blow they deserve. But I pray that it's gonna come to them. They'll get their blessings.
Yeah, amen.
Because there's people who are grafting, working, really putting in the groundwork, and just when you actually see them, you see behind the scenes of like the editing they do, the mastering, the this and that, and they're doing it all on their own.
Yeah.
And but then you see like they're not getting what they did, like the greatness and the accolades they deserve. But then you see people who are like, you know, jumping, and there's no like not dimming their shine, but you see people who are just hopping in the studio or hopping here and there, just recording whatever it is, and then just putting it out there, and then they're not like they're paying for everything to be done for them, sort of thing. And they're getting it all in there, but they're not really like they're not showing other people or recognizing other people or giving other people their accolades for their work that they're doing. And it's just kind of like, why do you think you're gonna stay up and keep going up if you're not trying to bring everyone else up with you?
Yeah.
You have to actually honestly take all that in.
Yeah, that's the thing. What I'm seeing here, no one is. They're just trying to make sure that they're good. And if you are trying to do, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
Like no one is trying to uplift anyone.
No.
Like, I know. Okay, we have another thing. You mentioned something about like or I mentioned it. Anyway, it was mentioned where like this person had they knew more people like in the black community, in the black space. So whereas like I didn't know so many people. So what I see is that like I can come in and do mad videos, like mad graphics, this, that, doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like and they can throw out like, I'm not saying no one's work is mediocre, but I'm just saying someone can throw out mediocre work. They will get the views, whereas I wouldn't, just because I'm not known in this space, you know.
And do you see that, like, even with that's quality, like, but the work that you're putting in, that 100% work, that's like the best quality, high standard, especially like at your level. But then someone who's like the same level, who's just kind of half-arsed and everything and just chucking it out there, and then it's like, I'll just put it out there. Okay, I'm gonna get the recognition anyways. It's like you see the love. It's like when someone makes something with love, you see it, you taste it, you know that authentic. This person actually genuinely knows what they do and they're putting in the work for it. And then there's someone who's just putting it out there to just get up there. So that's another thing. Like authentic people will know that. Just know that anyways.
You said something about that just because they're not in the space and all that stuff, so they don't get the recognition that they deserve. I don't know if this is just me, but I have a theory on something like that. Like, I do believe, obviously we all know what the term pretty privilege is. And I believe that is very apparent in our Black and Irish scene.
Definitely.
I think if you don't have the vibe or you don't have the look that certain people are trying to look at or something like that, then you're overlooked in what you are pushing out there in the content creation world. I believe like it's quite strong where you don't have features or whatever, or then it's just like, oh, like, who's this girl? Don't care what she's talking about.
Bye. Exactly. Bye.
You know. Like I
completely agree with that.
So I think in the Black and Irish community as well, like here, like if you don't fit in, it's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard because it's crazy. Like when we look at our statistics and our following and everything, like there's so many Irish people that are doing Black Irish people that are doing their thing, and I'm not seeing anyone really like trying to like support each other like that unless you have made it big already.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's trying to lift up the small guy.
Yeah.
Like literally I'm seeing that no one is trying to lift up the small guy. Like as long like I will see like certain people who are like there's a couple of girl podcasts and everything. Like we're all like I think we're all around the same age and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not seeing so much support and all that stuff. And the thing is, like, I've actually met one of the girls from this particular podcast I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A good number of times I've seen her actually. And yeah, if I was to say, and then another one of my friends who I would say would fit in this group.
Yeah.
She will remember her,
but
somehow she won't remember me.
Yeah.
Even though we are both will be together because this is one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
But somehow I'm forgotten about.
How?
Like I wanted to be here.
For real. Like
I wanted to be here and we're sitting here because we're ranting and we're complaining and all that stuff. But it's just like it really is how it is.
It's exhausting and it's boring. It's actually boring to see now. Like it's like, okay, now when are people actually gonna stop acting like they don't see this person is doing amazing? They don't see that person put out some mad great content, and it's just boring now. Come on, and it's so obvious. Like just acting like, oh, you didn't see it, or oh, you just side-eyeing it. A lot of people are just side-eyeing people's thing and then moving on, like, let me just push my thing, that's it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So then it's like, that also, I feel like that also just influences people to automatically come into the scene with that mindset of like, yeah, they don't have to worry about other people, let me just not even follow anyone. Not bother to support anyone anyways and just concentrate on me. Yeah. Because no one else is doing the same to anyone else anyway, so.
Yeah. Like, I would say like, a lot of the time it's just, like you said, it's exhausting. Because it honestly has been like that for a while. Yeah. Like, I know, this girl was talking about like they got like quite a good couple of K followings and all that stuff, and it's just I was like, oh, but I know who you are, you know. And she's like, you know, no one really kind of looks out for the small guy. I would say, or like another podcast I started as well that was like, but these are known girls, like I said, you see how they will shoot up and they may not they'll probably come post like once a year and people will still come back to it, you know. I'm not, first of all, let me just put it out there that like I know we have not been very consistent ourselves, but we are trying to be consistent. But I would say like, you know, we probably wouldn't have gotten that much love at the beginning, even when we did start and we were like putting out content every single week, interacting, you know, doing what we thought we had to do, you know.
But even like in terms of how we say, like how you were saying about the small guys, all the small guys they're doing it all on their own. Like when I'm telling you, everyone that like we personally know, that we like, who are putting out content and stuff, they're doing everything on their own. I mean, the editing, literally every single detail is on their own. Do you know how much work? And that's another skill. You have to do you know the learning you have to put into that?
Something, especially like with the video editing, the voice editing and everything. Like you don't just know that. You have to go out there and
And learn
that.
And people aren't, that's another thing, people aren't sharing that to each other.
Yeah.
If like, let's just say I know some person got a banging new whip, and I'm like, how'd you get that? They don't want to tell me how they got it either, like, you know, and that's what's happening a lot. And like how you said earlier, you had your knowledge and you passed it down to that friend, but that wouldn't have happened the other way around, just because of how that person is. They just are concerned about themselves staying up. So if they have some knowledge, they're just not gonna pass it down.
Exactly. And that doesn't even just mean in this kind of space, like it'll be certain things like maybe money management or financial advice and all that stuff. Like you see certain people who are, you know, doing certain things in the money world, and you're like, oh, like, guy, like, how did you do that? Like, how did you you know, get there, and how are you successful in this space that you're in? And they're like, you know how it is, da da da. It's never like it's never like, oh, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm doing, you know. Like so and so and so. So, you know, go out and look for that as well. Like look out for this, look out for this. Oh, there's this convention I'm going to. Maybe get yourself there, you know, and speak to other people, and you know, no, it's just like, you know how it is, and that's it. Because they just want to be in that space by themselves, and that's it. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, then you have to ask yourself the question that, like, are we giving too much, you know? Wow. Like, are we doing too much? Are we giving too much for people? Or, you know, just for like, when you know yourself, when others don't give anything. Yeah. I just believe, like, as you know, as Christians and all that stuff, it's like, I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. That's exactly just naturally. I just know I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve God's people. I'm here to serve the people. Exactly. I'm here to give, and I don't have the mindset of like, let me do this, I can get this back. It's just, I have to give. We all have to give. We're all here to serve one another and help each other out, and like to actually build that community. But no one wants to build. Nobody. Like, honestly, like, what is even here for the next generation? What actually is? Yeah. Like, I was actually going to mention like the work that, like, obviously the Black and Irish are doing, you know, organization, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna say like I don't see what they're doing. Like, I do definitely see what they're doing. But again, even in that space, it's still the same faces I'm seeing all the time. Yeah. You know? And it's disappointing that people are trying to get us all together, but then within that, like, they're still like against each other in a way, or like they just don't want to help each other out in that. It's like going to a group, like, and the group is based on, let's just even say it's like a yoga group, and like, we're all in the yoga group together, but then within that, you know, we're still together. We're meant to help each other, build each other up, or whatever. But it's like, well, we're not doing that. Yeah. Still just doing our own thing, acting like we don't know each other. Yeah. And it's like, what is that even about, you know? That's what I want to know. What is that about? What does that benefit? No one. But yourself. Yeah. That's it. Are you, like, I just want to actually know, like, are people genuinely scared that if they share the post, someone else's post, that like all their followers will minus, and then the other person will get all of the followers? Like, maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe like, I can't do too much now. Yeah, go down. I can't give you too much of your followers. Nah, I like your story. That's it. No, the same people that like you will still like you, and now you have to put them on to others as well. People, like, you know, what was I saying? Yeah, just like, if you see something that's like, someone mentions something in your comments like, oh, where can I find this or that? I'm like, you're like, oh, let me put you on to this podcast, or let me put you on to this lash tech, or let me put you on to this, I don't know, braider or whatever, you know. Like, people are very hesitant to, there's a lot of gatekeeping, I'm seeing a lot of gatekeeping. It's just like, we're all trying to get up there, because the way you're gatekeeping as well, you're also kind of like putting that person back as well, the person that you're trying to gatekeep back. I'm like, you're hiding your you're hiding your braider or whatever. I'm like, that braider could benefit with the audience that you could bring to her. Like, if you want to work out a little something on the side, say like, okay, I'm about to send like 10 people on your way, you know, give me a 20% discount. Yeah. I don't understand that.
And that's the thing,
but like,
people blocking their own blessings. They don't really know, like, bless someone else, you'll be blessed.
That's it. That's how you were supposed to live.
Yeah.
As God's children.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't understand it. Like, it baffles me how people have, in their mind, have made up this reality of like, you know, this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, a lot of like the UK community, Black UK community, like, I can see a lot of them, like, there's actually cliques and there's proper like people doing stuff for the next guy or the small guy. Like, that's happening over there.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I was saying, in America too, that's happening too.
Yeah.
But here it's just like every man for themselves.
That's it.
Like, we just live here. That's it.
Literally.
And that's nobody really cares about anything else after that. Like, I'm just trying to make it big so I can
get on out.
Get out.
Yeah. Damn. Went in.
We did. We did. Alright guys, I know today's episode is just a short episode. Back to normal times next week onwards, but just think about all we said this episode, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes, like, you know, it's quantity, you know. Sometimes, like, this being the main topic and that's it, will also be like, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Definitely.
No fifths and faster. Right?
Exactly. Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, guys, it's been nice talking to y'all.
Yes.
Like we always say, look out for our next episodes. Every Friday from now on, and follow us on our social media platforms at Black Connect Podcast. And if you want to drop us an email, you can at blackconnectlive@gmail.com.
Yes.
So that's it for now.
Yes.
Bye.
Ciao.